Hello, everyone, everybody. Welcome to the Lounge, your 4 o'clock happy hour. We're your hosts, Marlena and DannyBoy. And DannyBoy, it's great to have you in the studio today.
Hey, Jacktown. What's up? Look, I got to tell you guys, I am excited about being here today. So I had to come down and be in with you live today for two reasons.
Okay.
One, because of our guest that we have today, but I'll tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly because I just witnessed something very iconic and something special today.
Mm-hmm.
History that was made today in Jackson, Mississippi.
Tell them about it. What happened today?
Ellis Avenue was renamed and dedicated to music icon, 3-time Grammy winner, the living legend, Mr. Bobby Rush.
Wow.
So Ellis Avenue, formerly Ellis Avenue, is now Bobby Rush Boulevard.
Right. Yeah.
So I had a chance to witness that at the unveiling today. I got a chance to witness the unveiling today, Bobby Rush Boulevard.
Right.
Formerly Ellis Avenue.
Yeah. I'm so thankful. We thankful for him. And, we turned, what is he, 90 now?
He's 90 years old.
So, but this year particularly, it seems like, everyone is giving him his flower. He got the third Grammy wins this year.
Grammy, yeah.
And then, he performed live in concert here in Jackson, and they presented him. It was just a beautiful
Key
show.
to the city, and also Pine Bluff, Arkansas,
mm-hmm.
has named the street after him.
Did they?
That's
okay.
the city where he grew up in Homer, Louisiana. Pine Bluff is close to Homer, where he was born and raised.
Okay.
So he had 2 street renames.
Right.
This year.
He deserved it. Man,
Look
at the work. Look at his life
and
work.
especially here in Jackson, man. Jackson is the capital city. And as the mayor was talking today, he was talking about how this city, most of the streets and the monuments have been named after Confederate generals or people of our past.
Right. Yeah.
And that he's proud to be renaming these streets after some of our people who have fought in the struggle and done some things for our children and our grandchildren.
Right. Yeah. Bobby, we had him there. He was our first person we interviewed on the show.
Absolutely.
And he would be the first to tell you all the opposition he had to fight through just to perform sing.
They just talked about how when he first went to Cleveland, Mississippi, they only had one hotel.
Okay.
And blacks were not allowed to stay in the hotel. So Bobby went down to the payphone, called down to the hotel, and presented himself as the sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the sheriff of Bolivar County. I got 2 Negroes coming down the street.
Right.
I need you to give them a room.
Uh-huh.
So he took him and the guy that was with him and went and got a room. Said, "Hey, the sheriff sent us down here to spend the night." So it was monumental to me to see him standing there and at his age finally getting recognition for all the work that he's done.
Yeah,
he actually got teared up.
Did he?
Yeah, he got teared up today. Yeah.
Oh wow! Because Bobby come across, and we love him. He's just that fun guy to be around. But I'm sure today, and just looking back over his life and everything he's gone through, and to have a street, in your home, in a place where you basically, I think his house
it's right around the corner from where we
so when you leave home now, you see your name on the street.
Bobby Rush Boulevard.
Yeah. So that was amazing. Shout out to Bobby. We love him.
Shout out to Bobby Rush.
Yeah, he deserves it. So he deserves that and much, much more. So we're very happy about that. Busy weekend. I know this was a holiday weekend. So I hope everybody's safe and had a fun weekend. I know we had a lot of shows going on. Danny, your show. And I'm thankful I was able to attend that.
Did
Great.
you enjoy it?
Oh my goodness. So thankfully, my family decided, hey, we're going with you this year. I came last year.
Y'all did it big, man. Shout out to your uncle. Y'all brought
Shout
out
out to
the
my
RV, the chicken wings.
Look, we made it home, and you guys received us, and it felt like home. Shout out to artists, shout out to everything. It was just a beautiful event, as always, Danny. You know how you do, and we're very thankful for you. And like I said, nobody can do it like Danny. So we appreciate.
I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah. But hey, we had a great time, and again, to everybody at Camp that has always come out and supported me. Up in Holly Springs every year. This year was no different. So we had a good time, and hey, thankful and grateful to everybody. We look forward to doing it again.
And to me, it seemed like more, like I said, was there last year. It was way more people this year.
I don't know. I think it appeared that way because I positioned the stage.
You did, yeah.
Differently than I've been doing it normally. Mainly because of the weather.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, great show. And then yesterday, we started our Southern Soul Tuesdays series at M-Bar here in Jackson. And we did our second series or second Southern Soul Tuesday yesterday at M-Bar. We had Gold Gillis, his Southern Soul artist.
A lot of very talented young people.
Yeah, we had Miss Candy Janae. Wow, she shut it down yesterday. She did a whole concert up in there, but she had that place rocking. And then we had Chad Jones. I want to say he's from Memphis, Tennessee, artist, new pop Southern Soul artist.
I wasn't familiar with him until yesterday.
He did an amazing job as well. And like I said, the crowd loved it. Of course, yours truly was the host, so I had him rocking up in there as well.
Yeah. You be doing your thing.
You know,
with the split. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know. I don't know.
Looking like Angel Reese.
A little bit. I can see that. But I like I said, shout out to all the artists. They know, we enjoyed them, and we want you to come back anytime. Let us know when you want to come back, and any other future artists that would like to perform on Southern Soul Tuesdays during our Tuesdays event. Let us know. Follow us on Facebook on the Lounge radio show, and there's a link there to register so that you can perform as well. So
there's no better way if you're an up and coming artist, a new artist, to get your music out.
That's right. Yeah.
Anybody can be in there. And the M-Bar is like the place for the status quo in Jackson.
You're right.
And anybody's in there.
You're right.
What I'm saying?
Then what I love about M-Bar, you can go maybe on the weekend, you'll see your younger crowd, maybe, 21 and up. But then what I love about what we're creating, you'll see the more grown folks like myself, and that just want to come and hear some nice, whether it's Southern Soul, blues type music.
Well, the thing about it is we call it Southern Soul Tuesday, but the reality of it is we're not calling it that based on just a genre of music, because when you play some OJs or Mays or the Whispers, the music is mixed up. All of it. You know what I'm saying? With Sir Charles and Tucker and everybody. So it's just a good vibe. And again, for up and coming artists, if you want to get your music out, you want people to see you perform, come by Southern Soul Tuesdays. And
invite everybody every Tuesday. You're gonna find us there at Southern Soul Tuesday. You're gonna have live music, free to get in, free to enter. So there's no cost to get in. 2-for-1 drink. So it's happy hours, and I think $2 Taco Tuesdays. You cannot beat that. Getting off work, coming to M-Bar, getting live music, nice drinks,
and getting you a good taco.
Getting a good taco and being home by 8 o'clock. You ain't got to spend all night. So great time. I did one of the artists, and I had the artist send me some stuff in and music. But there's one artist I do want to highlight. We're gonna play his song. It's Chad Jones, and we're gonna play his song. And before we do that, we're going to play his song, but then I want you to tell everybody who our guests are so we can bring them in after this song.
Well, I am happy to have my friends, my brothers for over 20 years with us today. This is like, legends. I can't say legends in the making. I'm going to say legends in their own time.
God. Yeah.
Because these guys have resumes as long as my forearm, all of them in their own right. And we're excited to have them with us today. TMF
TMF.
The band.
So let's tell everybody who TMF is. And like you said, we've talked about the resume, but give a little insight to TMF now and who they are.
Well, first of all, people have asked me, what does TMF stand for? Because you know us, some of our folk, we don't read.
That's true.
Now it's all over. It's all over their over their bio, but we don't read. TMF. What does that stand for? The music forever.
Okay, that's true. That's it. That's right, though.
The music forever.
Right.
Which in my mind, just knowing some of the guys, a lot of the music and stuff that they're playing is created by them.
Yeah.
And they want to keep it going. And a lot of the music that they played, assisting other artists, they have been like a strong force behind a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
And especially Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
And so for those who don't know TMF, so it's Maze, it's the members of Maze and the
former member of Maze,
along with Chris Walker from Jarreau. And
the Walker Brothers.
And
he's a quartet. He's a quartet.
And they've come together to form the Music Forever. So we're excited to get they guys. You're in for a treat. We're gonna have them, bring them on the other side. If you have any questions for them, the number to call in is 601-948-5950. So what we're gonna do is pause. I'm gonna play you the song from Chad Jones called Party Time. He performed this yesterday at Southern Soul Tuesdays. And when we return, we're going to have TMF, the Music Forever. Stay tuned.
You know what time it is. Party. Let me hear you say party. Let's go. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna rock and dance side by side. Stay with me. Deal with me. Come on and get loose. Let's have a good time. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna rock and dance side by side. Stay with me, deal with me. Come on and get loose. Let's have a good time. Party people on the dance floor. It's time to get loose. Let's party. You know what to do. I got my drink and I'm cutting up. Looking so good, smell like $1 million. I ain't worried about a hater. I'm focused on my paper. Trying to get loose, tell me what else to do. Now let's party. Party people get on the floor. Hey. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna rock and dance side by side. Stay with me, deal with me. Come on and get loose. Let's have a good time. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna rock and dance side by side. Stay with me, deal with me. Come on and get loose. Let's have a good time. The rug so deep, I done scarred my shoes. Sweating so hard, like I got the blues. Like B.B. King, but the thrill ain't gone. It's about 12 o'clock, and I still ain't home. See, I need me a drink just to go in my system. I don't wanna think, cause I'm going off the rhythm. So much fun, I just hope I can remember. I need another drink to go in my system. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna rock and dance side by side. Stay with me, deal with
All right, all
Chad
right,
Johnson.
all right. That was Party Time by Chad Jones. What you think? That's Chad Jones.
I like that. I like that.
That
I
was
like
good.
that.
That was Party Time by Chad Jones. You like that one? That was
I like
that's a
that.
good.
Let's have a good time.
Have a good
You
time.
know, these younger guys doing Southern Soul are bringing like a different groove.
Yeah.
To
It's
it.
a little bit different.
Upbeat,
Different
more
sound,
dance.
but it's fun, right?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, like we promised on before the break, we are so excited today, guys, to have TMF, formerly Maze, and Chris Walker from Jarreau. So I'm going to bring them on. They all are here. Let's see. We get them all on. Hey, hello.
Okay, so hey, let's
on?
Hello. How are you all today?
So we got the original member.
Doing well.
Wrong. Yeah. Larry. John.
Okay.
Calvin Cool now.
Okay.
How you
Daniel
doing?
Wilson. And of course, Chris Walker.
Okay. And
We're missing Vance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So hey, 6 members of the band. TMF. Let's get into it.
yeah, so look again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you on. Danny has given y'all an introduction. We'll get right into it. You know, well, first of all, I do want to know, because for the members in Mississippi and if been living on a rock all your life.
In Duck Hill.
Well, Duck Hill, maybe so. But we'll start with Rome, and then we'll just go around, I guess. Just tell us about you, and then what role do you play in that, as far as vocalist or whatever your role.
That's an echo.
There's an echo,
There is. Let's see.
There's a
what we
bad
got.
echo, guys. Yeah.
and I can't understand what you're saying.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, it sounds like it disappeared. We're good to go.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, so Rome, we'll start with you.
Yes. What was the question again?
So tell us your role in the group, and then we'll go around. We want everybody to know whether you play an instrument or what you do as far as your role in the group.
Okay. Yeah. I play congas and sing background vocals.
Okay, Bear.
I am the bass player and also musical director and background vocalist.
Okay, and Jubu.
Heart and soul. And guitar player.
There's the echo again, guys.
And rightfully so.
Let's see.
Hello. My fellow Americans.
Hey, Jubu, tell you now, check these interviews.
Stop what?
Do a sound check for these interviews.
Hey, we trying to get it together, right?
Let's see. So we do have a co. All right, we just have a pause. Let's do this. Give us a few minutes and we back on the other side.
Oh, I think it went away again.
This portion of the program is brought to you.
Better.
Okay, so we're good. Can y'all hear? Okay, I'm saying we're on. So we're good. You can no echo. Okay, we're gonna bring the guys on again. Let's see what's going on, because it's pretty clear on our side. Let's see. We'll bring you guys back on.
Sounds clear.
Let's see.
We okay now?
Sounds clear.
Sounds clear. All right.
We're good.
Let's pick back up again. We were going around with Jubu. I think yours started the echo situation. Let's get your role in the band.
Once again, I'm the heart and soul of the band, and I play guitar.
All right. Heart and soul.
Lord Jesus.
If you only knew.
We only did it once in the show in South Haven. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's but heart and soul. I hear you, Jubu. Okay. And Calvin.
I'm Calvin Napper, and I play drums.
Okay.
And also, Coon, you did some producing on the album too, as well, didn't you?
On the TMF album?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We all contributed in some ways. Well, song-wise. I have a song that's on it's titled When the Groove Feels Right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Chris.
Chris, the lead singer of TMF, and I wear multiple hats and do a number of different things.
Okay. And Daniel. I think you.
I'm Daniel Weatherspoon, and I am the organist and keyboards.
All right. And then we have Vance. It looks like maybe someone recording possibly. Watching it while they're recording. I think that's maybe causing it. And then we have Vance. Vance is am I correct? Yeah. The piano, keyboards, and vocals.
Yes, Vance Taylor.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. So look, guys, I'm gonna jump right into it because I've known you guys such a long time. Let's go back to the origin of how TMF came together.
Okay.
So, Ron?
Well, we were formerly with Maze,
Right.
and we decided to leave that camp, and we've always decided to stay together. Come with me.
Because you guys have actually been together. I know you and Bear and Jubu, and you, Bear and Jubu, and Vance have been together like 20 plus years, right? And Calvin,
Yes.
what, 15 years?
Yeah, 13 for me.
13, and Daniel was formerly there from what I remember.
Yeah, I was in the band 55 years.
55. Wow.
Yeah, 55 years. And we decided to stay together and create another band.
I don't know if it's on their device.
The echo is back again.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. And anyway, we decided to form a new band with the same members of Maze, which are, iconic musicians that have played live and recorded with some major artists. So with that, there was no way we were going to just leave such talented cats just without something else.
So therefore, it was easy to say the music forever, which in my mind, hearing you say that means that, hey, we're going to be here forever.
Yeah.
This music that we create is going to be around for a long time, just like Maze's music. Like, people still play at every party, every show. You cannot get past hearing a Maze song. Happy Feelings, We're One. Something is going to be played, and that music has been around a long, long time. So let me ask you this, Chris Walker.
Yes, sir.
You guys were talking about a lead singer, Rome, Jubu. How did y'all come up with saying, hey, let's go get this guy? Because there are a lot of great singers. And, obviously you guys know a little bit of everybody, because I was thinking maybe Kenny Lattimore or somebody like that. But then when y'all came out with this guy, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, who is this cat? He got that thing,
Yeah, most definitely.
So how about you?
Actually, the lady that you guys was given kudos to was the first one. She suggested him, but we had a relationship to a degree with Chris for a long time. Chris was playing with and singing along with Regina Bell when we first met years and years and years ago, and so we all knew who he was. But when we decided to form TMF, we were just like, okay, well, we'll just keep playing the music, and then we'll find somebody, audition some people, and to do the leads. And if I'm not mistaken, Chris had posted a video of We Are One during the pandemic just to uplift people.
Right.
And Nell saw that video and she sent it to us, and we were like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, wow.
And when we had the conversation with him, we really knew it. We already loved his talent and his gifts, but once we had the conversation with him, we were at peace.
Okay, so now, before you guys decided to just go all the way to TMF, you guys were still touring for like a year or half a year as Maze, right? Without Frank doing the Maze show. Is that correct?
Not really. No. We once we made the decision, Danny, we did a couple of shows, one in July, one in June, one in June, one in July, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Father's Day and 4th of July weekend.
A third
Right.
of September.
Yeah. So that wasn't a full another year or anything like that. Because it was actually what we were attempting to do, or what our mission was to do, was to move the music forward in our own way,
Right.
and to take it to where we saw it going. And so that's the essence of TMF, and also with the new album, taking it even further. So we're blossoming into our own place and time within the confines of what we've done with Maze, of what Chris has done with Jarreau. So it's all kind of all encompassing.
Intertwined, right? Because when I hear the new record, the TMF album, I hear a mixture of a little bit of everything. It's got the soul and the same grooves that Calvin and you lay down bare, and of course Jubal's signature guitars, but it's got a little bit of jazz fusion, a little bit of funk, a little bit of just all of it is intertwined. Whereas with Maze, it's mostly just, y'all got that soul from those iconic songs. But walking out on that stage with everybody around the world knowing you guys, because with Maze, everybody knew who Rome was.
Right.
Everybody knew who Air was, Jubal. How was it like walking out on stage, doing that, and getting received from the crowd without Frank being there? Just because I see the love, man. No, I still see the love. I still hear people calling Jubal's name when y'all come out.
We had to earn it. we
Chris,
did.
Yeah, Chris, you answer that one.
Yeah, Chris, please.
Well, that's my question too. How do you build that? Because you hear Maze and you've heard this for so many years, and now building that, telling your fans, "Hey, follow us this way." How did that transition work?
Well, I will share this with you. The first show we did was in Atlanta at Chastain Park. And of course, that's a huge market for Maze. And of course, we didn't know how we were going to be received. But when we walked out, I was super nervous. The guys were all relaxed. And as soon as we walked out there, the audience basically had their arms folded, looking at us, mean mugging us.
They wait for the white cap.
you know, and the white cap never came out.
Okay.
But of course, we did what we had to do, and just kept a smile on our face and kept the music going. And then at some point during the show, and we talked about it and prayed about it before we went out on stage. And the guys told me, when you address the audience, just speak from your heart. And that's what I did. And the first thing I said to the audience was, it's pretty obvious who we know who I'm not. And I'm not trying to be, and no one can ever replace him. And I said, God only made one. And, and after sharing my story and stuff, things kind of shifted, and there was a shift in the whole place. And after that, it was like a party. I mean, they stood up, they danced, they gave us a standing ovation towards the end. And of course they recognized these guys. And I told the audience, I said, look, y'all know these guys. All I'm asking y'all to do is give me a chance, because they don't have anything to prove.
Right. Well, I got to tell you, man, you did a great job. I saw the videos and the lives. And for me, I always think and say, because Juba and I talk a lot. And, for me, everything and everybody has an end date. It's just a matter of knowing or accepting when the end is near or when it comes, and you have to keep moving on. And I like the fact and appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to keep giving the fans of great music, more great music, like this new album. That first track, I can't get past the first track. Let me love you. Oh, yeah, I can't get past that, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that. We definitely got to play. I know I've listened to it. I was driving on the weekend coming to the show, so I've listened to it like 5 times already. It's one of those albums where either like we do the lounge or stuff. It's you sit back and you're having a nice time, or if I'm at home and I'm having my glass of wine, you know, Chardonnay, then I'm sitting back and I'm relaxing, listening to it, or just driving, because it was my drive track. It was that put me in that state of mind, that relaxation, grown folk, as they say, type vibe. So really, really good job on this album, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, Danny, you were saying earlier about the music, man. What I love about TMF is, yes, we came from Maze featuring Frankie Beverly and Al Jarreau and Regina Bell respectively, but all of us are artists. We are all artists with different influences, I mean worldly influences. So the beautiful thing about the TMF album was we were able to bring those flavors in now and introduce people to an even wider thing that we do. And yes, we are totally dedicated to soul and R&B, but we have other textures as well. You know, we wanted to present those.
Yeah,
Well,
the other
with me knowing you and Calvin and knowing how y'all like to get down, y'all were not gonna put out a record that people could judge. Y'all gonna put out a type of record as soon as they hear it. I like that. Go to the next track. Okay, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Go to the next. So I'm just excited about it, man, and I love to see you guys come to this area. We gotta get Jubu down to Southern Soul Tuesday with his guitar.
Okay, Jubu gonna come through, man. Definitely on Southern Soul Tuesday.
We'll talk in private, Danny.
hey, I'm just putting you out there.
I got you.
Mississippi is your fan base, you know that.
Well, no, what I wanted to say, guys, I mean, you know, we're on the air and we're talking and everything, but you know, you guys know that we entertain the masses, but we call very few people friends. And Danny is a person I call a friend. So anything you need, you got it, Danny.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and I'd like to just say the transition from Maze to TMF. We started out using the name The Maze Factor, and for legal reasons, we couldn't use it. So I decided to use the first letters to the name, and it's an acronym, The Music Forever. And the cats loved it, and that's how TMF came up.
Well, Rome, as the story goes, you came up with the name Maze.
Yes, I did. What happened was we were called Raw Soul when we first moved to California from Philly in 72.
Okay.
And we played in the San Francisco nightclub, and Marvin Gaye's sister-in-law used to come and check us out and loved the band and told Marvin, you got to come check this band out. And he did that. He came and saw us and loved the band, but he hated the name Raw Soul. So we threw some names out, and I said, what about Maze? And they said, yeah, that's cool. And we still spit some names out. But at the end of the day, Maze was the one we decided on, and the rest is history. But it was Marvin Gaye that was the one that made us decide to change it from Raw Soul.
Wow.
And he loved the band. He took us out on tour. He bought us equipment, paid our rent for a year.
Okay.
Just a beautiful man, beautiful man.
That's
and that's how Maze came about, the name anyway.
Yeah, cool. Amazing journey.
So look, we're gonna play the record in a few minutes, right?
I want to get into the album. So give us the thought. How did that process of working on this album, each of you together, how did you collaborate and come up with these great hits? And I guess the writing of the songs and all of that. Give us some background about the album.
Why don't you take it, Daniel? Why don't you take it? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just want this one thing right quick. The stuff that you hear on the album is kind of a peek. It's kind of a peek into what we would do in sound checks that nobody ever heard.
Okay.
because we dealt with all of our own influences while we were doing sound checks. So nobody really heard what we were doing. And then now we have the opportunity to bring all those flavors to the table.
Wow, that's amazing. You're throwing all of that to produce an album later. You know, that's a great way to go about it. Yeah, I guess whoever is watching, they could, watching it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so Daniel, I hear the Hammond B3 and a lot of other songs. So obviously it lets me know that you, like Calvin and Jubu and Chris, you're a church boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're church.
Born and raised.
Yeah, so how does that whoever's watching,
I think it
turn your volume down or whatever it is you're doing.
I think that's
so
the echo. There we go.
Infusing that Hammond, because everybody can't just play that Hammond on everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing some stuff, man, that you laying down up under these guitar tracks. It's just amazing to me. That's a little bit different.
Thank you.
How when you guys are laying tracks, and then I know the lyrics are a little bit different, but when you guys are laying these tracks as individual musicians, because nowadays most tracks are laid by one person, and it's not recorded like back in the day with everybody doing their own part. How are you guys coming together with that and saying, okay, this fits, this works, this is what good, this is not? Do you have to go back and forth with doing what you do? Y'all just
I mean, well, it's just a matter of where our upbringing came from. We're musicians at heart. Yeah. We're performers at heart, and we're instrumentalists. So when we get in the room together, it just takes us back to what we fell in love with. We fell in love with playing with bands. We fell in love with communicating with musicians and having those music conversations as musicians. So it just helps us record better. And then to add the icing on it is we get along at a level that is unimaginable. I mean, we off camera, off stage, there's just such a high chemistry of how we interact with each other that when it's time to record, it's second nature to us. It's just like a big party in the room and a big conversation of music.
Magical.
It's magical. It's just easy. It's unforced. There's no pressure. Everybody respects everybody's thought, everybody's input, and it comes together quick. We didn't spend a lot of time. I mean, it's, you know, I've personally worked on records that we sat on for months and months and months on end. But we recorded it.
1 month.
Yeah, well, it might have been over a 4-month period, but it was actually basically 3 sessions.
Wow.
And a couple days each time. I mean, it wasn't 12-hour days, it was 6-7 hour days, and we just got together, and it was a beautiful vibe, and it came together quick.
The interview songs, y'all just get it like one take. That's it.
It's pretty close. maybe 2 or 3 at the most, but it wasn't a lot. It didn't take too much detailing. I mean, it was just a conversation of what fit and what worked, and we hit the button and we went for it.
That's awesome. Well, this one I'm going to play right now is "Let Me Love You." Let's talk about that. How did that come about? I know, Chris, you're the lead vocalist on that. How did that one come about?
Well, yeah, I'm the lead vocalist, and that's one of the songs I submitted that I wrote, and basically the guys heard it and they loved it, and the thing about it is with these guys and with these caliber of musicians, you don't tell them what to play. You don't have to, and if you do, you're making a huge mistake because they're so creative. It's like they're gonna play stuff or come up with stuff that's gonna blow your mind.
Right.
So for me, I was like a kid in the candy store, just sitting there, just watching it go down, going, "Man, that's killing! That's great! Keep going! Let's go! Keep going!"
Yeah.
So it was really magical, really magical.
That's awesome.
So why didn't you guys, like, what made y'all decide to do a whole album coming out the gate instead of saying, "Hey man, let's just do a single or put a couple of songs out there"? What made y'all say, "Nah, let's just go on rock their world. Let's give them what they want"?
Well, you have a lot of everyone writes, so it was no way we were going to not utilize that. Everybody's great writers in their own right. I mean, they have their own albums as well. So it was a no-brainer, you know.
Yeah.
Make a contribution, and it works out.
Well, and to piggyback on what Rome said, the Maze catalog is so strong to where there was no room to even introduce new music. You know, even Frank had songs that were in the can, but he never recorded them because he was like, you know, we got enough music for the audience for a 2-hour show, and he didn't really want to veer from that. So new music hasn't even been brought up around that camp for 30 years, you know,
Right.
but we've all had this we're, like I said earlier, we all are artists in our own right. We all are individual artists in our own right, and we wanted to share that, and we wanted to let the world know that we have a voice besides what you guys have heard already.
Yeah, most
Right,
definitely.
right.
Well, we're just gonna pause. We're gonna bring "Let Me Love You." Let everyone take a peek of that. This is from TMF, the Music Forever Volume 1, and we'll be back on the other side.
All right.
You can dance, Marlena, if you want to.
I think I might. I think I want to. All right, I'm gonna get out of you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm on the air.
What I really wanna do for you tonight. Lord, just can't lie. You've been on my mind.
Okay, yeah, I'll taste flavor.
Yeah, you teasing us.
What happened?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jew.
Where's everybody else?
I don't know. Rome, Chris, can you guys hear Jew?
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, man. I'm just here.
All right. Welcome back. That was Let Me Love You by TMF. Wow, guys. I love that one. I love them all because I like the instrumentals. I like the jazz on the other. Then I like the one that with the lyrics. So great album, like I said. That's probably one of my favorites. And then I like the tribute. I love that tribute that you did.
That's one of my favorites.
It is. Now, who was over that one? Who wrote that one and led with that one?
See,
that was Chris Walker, inspired by me.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Walker inspired by you.
I'm just joking. That was Chris Walker, 1,000%.
Wow, that was amazing. Just like I said, the entire album, just amazing. So what's next for you guys? What's future projects you have going on? Tours? What do you have coming up next?
Because Calvin, I'm always looking at you every day in the studio. You doing something.
Yeah.
You recording and doing what's next with the music?
For me, or talking about
I mean,
the shirt you're wearing, Calvin. The shirt you're wearing.
I mean, you know, we're actively, you know, we have some things in the works. You know what I'm saying? TMF that we're doing, some dates and things like that coming up. So yeah, we'll probably start working on new music, you know, soon too. But we're really right now trying to concentrate on, you know, working this album and getting out in front of people so they can see us and hear us, and, you know.
And we're thrilled that the single is #1 on the Internet Broadcast Alliance Network. It hit #1 this week, so we're really thrilled.
Congratulations! And I also see you guys received the 2023 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award last year. So congratulations on that. How was that?
Thank you.
It was a great honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brought forth by you guys are familiar with the group Confunction.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Felton Pilot's wife, whose first name I can't think of right now at the moment. She's the one that spearheaded that whole thing between her and Nell, who was our publicist. She and that young lady, they just worked it until one day they called us and gave us the great news and said, "Hey, we're gonna present this award to you guys in at Chastain Park in Atlanta. You know, how do you want your name spelled?" And so we were, you know, I mean, I think we all were just, at least for me, it was like a dream. I mean, I you know, I could not believe that was actually happening. When we went backstage with all the awards, I you know, everybody was at the verge of tearing up, I think.
Yeah.
But we held it together because we still had to play.
Right.
It was a great moment for us all. Yeah.
Right.
How did that make you feel when your peers, because Confunction is a band themselves and from the Bay Area, how does it make you feel when someone connected to your peers so closely say, "Hey, these guys are doing a great thing," and they recognize you and say, you know, because they could have possibly said, "Hey, let's do this for Confunction, or let's do this for Coop and Felton or whatever." But for you not just being there, said, "Hey, they respect and appreciate what we've given to the music industry all these years." How does that make you feel, Ron?
It makes you feel very special. I mean, especially when you get it from your peers. It's nothing like that, because you get the respect as well as the acknowledgement of them listening to your music as well. Just like I said earlier, everyone has their own narrative as well as just their own input in terms of influences. And everyone's been influenced by someone. So it's just a great honor to have, and we want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I got to tell you guys, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to actually seeing you guys perform as TMF for my first time, because I'm enjoying the new music, and again, like the old music is gonna be here forever.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the thing that I like is that you guys are creating a legacy for young musicians, and like you're a band.
Yeah.
You are a band. You know, people miss the bands, man.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
you know,
Yeah.
my best concerts are like watching the bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many bands around, especially when you come from our era. We're talking about 70s and 80s bands.
Yeah.
Best era for bands ever.
Yeah.
And
Especially when you
especially
look at today,
especially
there are no bands.
Yeah, especially this particular band, because hands down, these guys are probably one of the best bands out there. Period. Hands
Live
down.
bands, absolutely.
Exactly.
Live band for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
One quick thing. I just want to give her absolute props. Jennifer Pilot. That's her name.
Yes,
Right.
The one that spearheaded it. So
I just saw Felton them this weekend in Huntsville, but the expressions of my views and opinions are mine and only mine. Only. I've heard Maze. Without you guys, I love Bird and guy and all that. You know, I love Carl them. But I'm just telling you, man, it's other than just seeing Frank being there, knowing that this is probably his last round, as they say. The music don't sound like it used to sound when y'all were playing. I'm just saying that's just me. I'm
Well,
expressing.
You gotta look at it this way.
Can I speak to that? Can I speak to that, please? You're right. And to be honest with you, I would be upset with myself if they sounded as us in the year and what it took us to build 20 plus years of, you know,
Right.
the symmetry, the camaraderie. Most people don't realize that bands become great bands because of how they develop off stage.
Yeah.
And you become friends. The instrument is only an extension of you and your personality generally, you know. So but let me say this. The story of Bird and the story of Larry, both of those guys were our techs respectively. Larry was drum tech, Bird was guitar tech. And for me, from my way I look at it, man, we had our season there. I had my season there. It was a beautiful season. But what a beautiful story for those guys. How often does that happen?
I ain't never heard of that.
Where
the hell do the techs become the
where
band?
your tech becomes a band member. And you got to realize when those dudes tech for us, they're really living that dream too. They're on stage. They just don't have the instruments. And I remember Bird would literally record me every night. I look at the phone, it's right by my amplifier every single night. So you know those guys have dreamed of sitting in those spots. You know, so for that, I'm super duper happy for them. I'm ecstatic for TMF, and I can truly tell you guys that I wish everybody the best. But that's a beautiful story for them.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's a testament to you guys. You know, like you said, this album here, your new album, getting together in the short time it took just to create something like this. It's a testament to that longevity that you all have been through, right? You were able to get together and create something in little, you know, that most people would take a year or so. So it is that you're right, Jubu, that you can't take away from that, you know, the relationships and the time you've spent together.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I just like the humility that you guys have, you know, to shout those guys out and give them their props. Like, from my understanding is Frank, they only got a few more shows to do before he retires. And for you guys to just stand there, you know, stand in the gap and endorse those guys shows me a lot of integrity and a lot of professionalism too. So,
well, I can tell you, we love unequivocally. We love Frankie Beverly. We love Frankie Beverly and Maze. And no matter what you may hear or whatever, because you know our people they love drama and stuff like that.
oh yeah.
But from
Absolutely.
our perspective, we made a collective effort. We prayed every step of the way because we saw some things that were coming down the pike, you know. But we prayed about it, and it says where there's two or three gathered, God will be in the midst. And we literally stood and we prayed about it, and we knew, you know, there were going to be some things that would maybe get misconstrued, and you know, but we were steadfast in our determination to stick together. And then when Chris came along, honestly for me, like I told you guys earlier, it gave me a peace to where I was really able to say I want the best for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a competition.
Right.
It's not what God has for us. No one can take it, and what God has for them, no one can take it.
Hey,
So,
that's exactly right. And we
know.
only have a minute or so left. I guess collectively, you know, we're here also, we're producing, as we spoke about earlier, our Southern Soul Tuesdays. It's to sort of enhance and produce or assist new artists. What advice would you give to new artists and new bands, even if that's, you know, a thing that still exists out there? What advice as professionals that you guys would give artists up and coming?
Well, stay true to yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
That's it.
That's it.
And let no one. Go ahead, Jubal.
And honor your commitments. That's a man-to-man thing, or a woman-to-woman, and woman. You know, that's a human being to human being thing. Honor your commitment.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say would be we've said stay true to yourself, honor your commitments. We got to piggyback around. Know your history. Know what's come before you.
Yes.
Respect, yeah.
Know it backwards and forwards, because you're not innovating anything.
That's it.
That's right.
It's all been done before.
That path,
It just hasn't been done the way you do it. But know your history. Know the history.
I'll add one thing: challenge yourself to always grow.
That's it.
Then also keep the right people around you.
Ooh. That's
as far as the business.
Well, life.
For life. Yeah.
Friends as well. I mean, keep the right people around you. And I'd like to say life is about moments, and sometimes God sends you angels. And Frank and I met in '69. I was a jazz guy. I played the flute. I sat in with them because I knew the bass player. Required flute? No. You know, they didn't. So instead of Frank saying, thanks for sitting in, we just had a great connection.
Yeah.
Instantly. He said, is there anything else you can play? I mean, if he hadn't said that and just said, thanks for sitting in, I would have never became who I am today.
That's it.
So he was an angel that was sent to me.
That's it.
Right.
And I always love him dearly, and I can't wait when he retires, and I'll go sit with him, laugh, and get nostalgic.
And love him, and just love on him.
That's it.
Of course,
just love on him.
He deserves
love on him. Because
And
that's
again-
what was taken from us, you know,
Yeah.
for us to be able to just love
Absolutely.
on the man.
Absolutely.
Thank him. That's what was
Absolutely.
taken from us.
But he was a
You know?
major part in my life and my career, and one of my closest and best friends for life.
That's it.
Well, hey, guys, we're going to have to have y'all back.
We got to. I mean, we got to get you back on the show. We got so much more, of course, to talk about. And then we'll be in touch with you guys, seeing when you're performing next. I would love to come out to the show. I mean, I was just, you know, being a part and listening to what you guys created and what you've already created over the years. I would love to see that. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. And also, Danny and Marlena, before you guys leave, I want to circle back to this Southern Soul Tuesday thing. Jubu said he's going to come down because I've got a Southern Soul record that's been out for maybe 4 or 5 years. And it's titled, it is what it
We'll let you come perform one man show. Just let us know if you want to come. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Nice plug, Evelyn Champagne Napper.
Thank you guys for joining the lounge. Your 4 o'clock happy hour. See you next Wednesday.
We appreciate you guys. Much
All
love.
right. Thank y'all, man.
Thanks so much, guys.
Have a good one.
Big love. Big love.